Good day everyone. So today I will show to you and explain to you how to use the Java concept of inheritance so that we may be able to inherit the attributes and methods from one class to another through the use of superclasses and subclasses. For my example, I will be using class human as our superclass and class Berlin as our subclass. After that, we will create an object of subclass Berlin in our main class and use its attributes and methods to output a printed text on our screen. The first thing to do for our superclass is to write down the first line, which is abstract class human. We use the keyword abstract instead of public to make sure that the only way to use the methods and attributes inside the superclass human is through inheriting it to our subclass, which is subclass Berlin. This line is a comment saying attributes, so you may know that the next lines we're going to write are the attributes of our superclass human. We have our first attribute, an integer attribute with a name of legs and a value of 2, and an integer attribute with a name of hands and a value of 2. We then wrote the comment of methods. So you may know that the next lines we are going to write are the methods of superclass human. We are going to write abstract void run with a parenthesis. This is our first method. The second method is abstract void walk. We use the keyword abstract instead of public so that these methods could only be used through inheritance. Now we are going to write our subclass. The first thing we wrote is class Berlin, and then the keyword extends and our superclass. It is important that we write the extend so that we may inherit the attributes and methods written in the superclass human. This will automatically transfer to our subclass Berlin. We then wrote a comment saying methods so that you may know what we are going to write next, and then we wrote the methods that have been defined in the superclass human. But since in our superclass these were not declared as to what will happen if we call or run these methods through our main class, we are going to declare it here in our subclass. We have already declared what will happen when we write the method walk, when we call the method walk, which is to print out a line in our screen which is Berlin is walking. And then we are now already declaring what will also happen when we call the method run in our main class, which is to print a line in our screen with a text saying Berlin is running. We then finish it off by closing the brackets. we are going to write the main class. We wrote public class main with a curly bracket, and then we wrote, and we will also declare our main method, which is public static void main string args. This meant that our main method is a public method, it is static, and it will return a void value after running it. Now the first thing that we will write for our method is to create an object of the subclass Berlin. This is accomplished by writing this line, which is Berlin, which is the name of our subclass, and then we're going to write out the name of that object, which we are going to define as obj, which is equivalent to a new object of Berlin, which is defined by this line, new Berlin. Next, we are writing a comment saying print subclass attributes. So you may know what we are going to do next. In this line, we are going to write out a code that will tell the program that we are going to write a sentence. We are going to print a sentence on our screen together with the attributes defined on our superclass, which is inherited to our subclass. So we have here a string saying Berlin, who is a human, has, and then we concatenated this with the attribute of the obj, which is obj.legs, the attribute legs from the object obj, and then concatenated it with another string saying legs end, and then concatenated it with the attribute hands of object obj, and then added or concatenated another string saying hands. We finished writing the comment use methods of subclass Berlin. So what we are doing here is calling the methods predefined on our subclass Berlin, which is done here. So what we are going to do here is to try it all out. We wrote it out on a Java IDE named Eclipse, all those codes, and now you are seeing the output of that program itself. You can see it below. So that is all, and thank you for watching. I hope you learned. Thank you.